friends, hop in your TARDIS. You're listening to Doctor Huh?
Hold on. Why is he called Graham if he's a grandpa?
Wait, I thought it was Yaz and Dan. Who are Ryan and Graham? I didn't realize this show had Christian overtones. This is a Doctor Who podcast where we watch Doctor Who in a random order in the best intended way to watch. I'm Jordan, and by the power of prayer, I will summon the TARDIS.
I'm Sam Canning, a.k.a. Sam Canning.
I'm Jordan Canning. From the planet, whatever it was called. The planet
Ranskoor,
Stella.
Kolos. Jordan.
Yeah.
This is Series 11, Episode 10, the Series 11 finale, The Battle of Ranskoor of Kolos, written by Chris Chibnall, directed by Jamie Childs.
Let's slow down a bit. We don't gotta get right to business. How are you doing? We just spent
I want to get right to business.
We just spent like 15 minutes writing alternative rap lyrics to the One Piece theme song. It was very funny.
Well, here we can do it for. We can actually do one for all the Doctors. So it'd be like
dreamin', don't give it up, Doctor. Dreamin', don't give it up, Doctor. Dreamin', don't give it up, Doctor. The first Doctor is a really old man, and the second one is also a really old man, and the third one's also a really old man, and the fourth one, he wears a scarf. Gotta go,
Jodie,
gotta go.
You're beautiful.
Matt Smith is quirky as hell.
Really not cool.
Christopher Eccleston's here for one season.
I know that's Naruto, I don't care.
David Tennant wears 3D glasses for no reason. Gotta go.
Okay, Jordan, this is great.
Go.
I want to know what you thought of the fucking episode.
It was fucking great.
It was so good!
Why was this one so good? And why did the critics say, like, rare miss from Chris Chibnall? Like, as far as I know, this is the only good one he wrote in his whole run at the show.
Here's my best guess, okay?
Uh-huh.
My best guess is that if you're watching the show episode after episode, and I'm so glad you also liked it, I imagine that what must have happened is that everyone has been watching 10 episodes of this series. They're waiting for a big conclusion that is very dramatically satisfying, and then they get a pretty, just like, slow, moody episode. Except a whole bunch of shit blows up and there's cyberbots!
There's cyberbots, there's Tim Shaw, there's a race that has prayer. There's some,
we
like,
have that.
Touching, granddad, step-grandson reconciliations, and I'll tell you, Jodie was bringing the heat this week. She was good.
I really liked her this week.
The only person that I was like not feeling this week was Yaz, and it's because she had fuck all to do this week. She was just
that was the one thing that I thought was a little bit underwhelming this episode, is that Yaz, she kind of just tagged along,
very much tagging along.
But I mean, I don't know what her role was on the show at this point. It's possible that she was a recent joinee.
Yeah, I
don't know. Maybe she was. I don't know.
Maybe. This is a good time for us to mention, because we've been talking. This is the series finale of series 11. Mm-hmm. We haven't talked about the phenomenon of the Christmas special, which is weird, and I don't fully understand it. I've yet to.
So I know that there's usually 1 to 3 specials between each series,
right?
Is there always a Christmas special specifically?
I believe the Christmas special is kind of like the series finale. You can almost I think of it as like the Oscar special of Doctor Who. It's like a one final thing.
Is this our first on cinema reference of this podcast?
I was thinking yesterday about how I've been doing a really good job at not talking about Final Fantasy XIV or on cinema on this podcast, and I'm gonna do my best to keep trying. But I did break the cycle. Anyways,
now that I've blown it, I'm going to do my best to start trying.
I'm gonna do my best to try again. We start over. I reset the clock. It says 0 days since last on cinema reference. Mm-hmm. But that will stop now. I'm gonna do my best. Anyways, the point is that I think sometimes the series finale is not like the end of the arc. It's like the last thing before the Christmas special. I think in some of the Christmas specials is when the Doctor regenerates. Like, I think Jodie may have appeared in a Christmas special for the first time. Maybe. I might be making all of this up, by the way.
I wouldn't know either. That's the beauty of this podcast format.
We don't fucking know anything.
Here's the other beauty. They made the episode to be watched like this. I had an incredible time.
I really liked it.
I think it's my favorite episode so far. I don't know how it compares with Remembrance of the Daleks.
It was really nice for me to because you know, I was not super excited to watch the Battle of Ranskoor of Kolos because
neither was I.
Because I was just thinking back to how fucking bored I was of Legend of the Sea Devils. But it was really nice to like have an episode that I liked with the 13th Doctor. I felt like she really shined through when the writing is decent and the story is good.
I was really glad of that because I didn't want this to just be like, I click the random button, see that it's a Jodie Whittaker episode and go, ugh.
I know, right? Like, this has enhanced my experience because now I'm like, well, now I know that...
Now there's suspense.
There's suspense, right. Jodie Whittaker episodes might be good, and is it possible... That
the Rosa Parks episode is going to be the best one.
It's our time bombs, yeah. Now, is it possible that people are wrong about Chris Chibnall season? I doubt it. I've heard a lot of people whose opinions I believe tell me that the Chris Chibnall seasons are bad, but
I will say again, we watched it wrong, but in another framing, everyone else watched it wrong. We watched it right.
I'm telling you, watching it in random order is the best way to watch it because episodes stand in isolation. Everything is by itself. We have no context for any of these people. All we get to see is the merits of the individual scenarios.
Right. I mean, if I had watched Game of Thrones like that, I might have thought it was a good show.
You would sit down and it would be like Sandor and whatever that fucking guy's name is, the funny guy, and he'd be like Dick,
Braun.
Cock, Dick, balls, cock, pussy, and you'd be like, this is good shit.
Because that's Tormund.
Tormund. Yeah, that guy.
Dick. Funny milk guy.
Dick, pussy. And you'd be like, shit, this is good as fuck.
The guy who is known for supposedly fucking animals, and then Jon Snow says, do you want my dog?
You would sit down and you would see Daenerys like standing in front of big dragon wings that are behind her back, and you'd say, I have no context for any of this, but this shot.
Maybe the dragons just do that.
This is a really beautiful shot.
I feel like I am actually coming around to the idea that this episode probably is bad.
I don't know.
But that we just watched it in a way that makes it really good.
I don't know, because I liked it. And if I liked it, can it be bad? Can I be wrong about my taste and my takes?
So, yeah, but for sure. But yeah, as it is, I think classic Doctor Who notwithstanding, I think this is my favorite episode we've watched for the podcast so far.
I think I'm inclined to agree. And listen, I don't think I was looking through reviews to see if there's anything like worth reading on our show. AV Club said that this episode was slow paced and boring, and judging by the way that AV Club...
Okay, well, AV also gives B+ reviews to the worst episodes of Game of Thrones.
And they gave, like, D+ reviews and said that House of the Dragon was super boring and slow as well, and it was like, I have no... If AV Club doesn't like it, it's kind of like they're a good review source in the sense that if they say something is slow and boring, it probably means that it's actually quite good.
It actually means it's fast and exciting.
It's very exciting and interesting. Shall we...
They gotta adjust their TV set.
Shall we begin?
Yes.
So we get kind of a cold open. Like, I like this scene because out of context, it's like, what? But then you watch it and you go, oh! And I really like
the what-oh dichotomy.
The what-oh, yeah, we call it the classic what-oh. So we are on the titular...
I loved him in Phantom Menace.
Oh, I gotcha. Good one.
You just had your very own what-oh moment.
Yeah. So we're on the planet of Ranskoor of Kolos, and we have two...
It's going to be interesting once I scroll down in my notes and I can't see the name of the episode anymore. Will I remember
Will you remember what the planet is called? We have these two humanoid aliens. Their names are Adinio, who's like an older lady.
Andinio.
And then Delph, And they've got like spirally seashells on their cheeks, and it's really gross. I didn't like to look at it. I didn't like to see it.
Yeah, and Andinio tells Delph, like, okay, we're ready. You're ready. You've been training for 17 years for this moment. It's time to fulfill our fate. Something, something. The more we learn, the less we know. Something, something, creator. Let's do this shit. And their eyes start glowing, and they start slamming rocks together or something into a big something.
And then you see, like, Solid Snake arrive with his, like, invisibility electricity crackles on the ground. And they go, oh my god. And then it says, like, 3,000 years later.
Uh-huh. We're on the TARDIS with the Doctor. We got Yaz here. No Dan the Man, sadly, but we do have Ryan and Graham. We will later learn... or if we watched normally, we already would have learned
the reveal. Graham, this is another what-oh moment.
Graham is, or was, married to Ryan's grandma, Grace, who was killed by a monster
by a
alien.
guy thing, man. And there's...
So things are a little tense between the two of them, and also Yaz is in this episode, apparently.
Yeah, I don't understand how... I mean, this kind of felt like the Doctor rolled into town and just scooped up 3 randos that were walking by, which I guess is what she
Isn't
always
that what he always does?
Yeah. So the Doctor has discovered 9 different distress signals coming from the planet of Ranskoor of Kolos, which I believe means something like superhero of the soul, or like
it's disintegrator of the soul.
Yeah, basically the same thing. That's what Kyle XY did to me. And she's like, there's been 9 different distress calls, all coming from the same planet, from the same part of the same planet.
All coming from clerics on that space station from the Angels episode. They
Graham's
keep just
like,
one after the other.
Graham's like, oh man, can't we just have a normal day? And then Yaz and Ryan are like,
with the Doc?
No way!
She says that the planet it's all covered in psychotropic energy waves, which mess with your head real bad. So
they make you very depressed.
She sticks these little things onto their temples and says, keep these on. These are neural balancers. They'll make you be all right and fine.
Very funny moment to me, which I believe it was Graham, when she gives him the neural balancer that makes you not depressed. He's like, but what if we lose them? They stick onto your head, my guy. What are you gonna... They stick right on there, so you're gonna be fine.
Yeah, well, that was him saying... But what if toward the end of the episode, someone has to take theirs off for some reason? And she's like, it'll be bad.
For a few seconds. It won't be that bad. It'll be fine. The stakes will be low. They arrive on Ranskoor of Kolos. They all get out of the ship. And then Graham says, where are we? And then the Doctor says, we're on Ranskoor of Kolos. We already said that. And then Ryan says, but more importantly, when are we?
And the Doctor says, we haven't traveled through time just now, at all.
We are 3,147 years after the Wa-Oh moment.
After a blue thing appeared before Delph and Andinio.
There's a man on the ship. He has a gun.
They're on a ship. You didn't say they were on a ship.
They're on a ship. They're on a ship.
Speaking of fucking Game of Thrones...
Oh, is this a Game of Thronesman?
It's Bobby B.
This is Bobby B!
It's Mark Addy.
Bobby B! I like Bobby B on that show. He's a very bad man, but he's doing a good actor. And he's from the season where they were kind of following the books, except for like...
And I've got some bad news for us.
Do you think that Peter Baelish is ever going to be on this show, his actor, and he's going to be like, oh, play with her arse? Do you think that's ever going to happen?
Yes, okay. That is going to happen. I've got some bad news for us.
What's that?
Because I think that we may very well have grounds to sue.
Why?
Because this man's name... It's like Grentis Paltraki?
It's Paltraki. I don't know what his first name is.
He says his first name at some point. Let me see if I can find it.
Greston Paltraki.
Greston... That is some shit... I think I said that. I've said that,
Tranglin Paltraki.
I'm like 100% sure that I made up Greston Paltraki.
We also made up Grandad Prentice, but I think the writers have been really stealing our bits. But he doesn't know that he's Gramston Paltramki. Grenston Paltranston.
What do you don't have to make his name funny. His name is Greston Paltraki.
He's an alien. He's an alien. Of course he has a funny name.
Kind of. He just looks like a guy.
We met a guy named Tim Shaw this episode.
Well, his name was Tim Shaw.
Tim Shaw.
So they meet this guy, and his head's all fucked up because he doesn't have a neural balance.
He's got depression. He needs some medication, and he's like pointing a gun at the doctor.
They're on the planet of Brain Force Minus, and he's not doing well.
They're on planet Soy, and he's really having a bad time. That's a joke. I don't actually think Soy does that to you. I just need to make that clear. I don't know who's listening.
Oh, I haven't mentioned this. Nobody actually listens to this podcast.
Oh, man. I believe it.
We'll get him.
Paltraski is pointing a gun at the doctor. I really like the way that Jodie Whittaker is like diffusing the situation. She like gets out. She's very like soft spoken here to not get shot and blasted by this guy. She says, "I'm the doctor.
She puts her hand up like Chris Pratt, Jurassic Park."
Yeah. She says, "Heal, boy, heal." She pulls out her psychic paper.
You know what I liked? I liked that because he's like pointing a gun at them, and she like points at the TARDIS, and she's like, "See what it says there? We respond to urgent calls." And I was like, I feel like we never acknowledged the physical object of the TARDIS in this way, and I really enjoyed them pointing to the sign on the door.
I want them to like fly the TARDIS back to the 60s in an episode, and someone just gets in it and tries to use it. Oh no, there's a robbery! Get in the police box.
Oh no, there's an alien on my planet. I need to get into this police box and call for help. Oh no, it's actually the alien's ship. Oh no,
that probably happens all the fucking time in
most episodes. We just haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's all scrambled, and she's like, "Is anyone else here?" He's like, "I don't know."
Do you have a crew? He says, "I have no idea." He doesn't remember his name. She gives him a neural balancer, which he has extras of. I don't know.
She brought one extra.
Just in case they.
It would have been nice if she had brought 3 extras, but she brought 1 extra.
She knew that Graham's was going to lose his after he said that earlier. That she's just like, I better bring 1 more.
You're making me think that you're going to take yours off, Graham. No.
This old ass man, Grandpa. We can call him Grandpa. Yeah. Grandpa.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it took you like 5 times as long as it should have to arrive at that from the beginning of that sentence, but you got there.
Do you know that etymologically speaking, the term grandpa actually comes from the name Graham, because all Grahams are legally grandpas? Yeah.
Hey, Gap.
All Grahams are paws. There's an episode. There's our episode title. It was that easy.
So yeah, he's like, "Oh, I should have left this terrible planet, but I don't remember my name. I never should have gone outside where the battle happened." He kind of forgets what's going on and like points his gun at her again, and he asks again who they are, and she's like, "We've been talking for a few minutes now. Would you like? May I offer you a neural balancer? Ooh, here, try it for free." I like that she shows him that she's got one on too. She's like, "Look, I've got one. Yummy."
Here comes the balancer.
Yaz, meanwhile, this is, I think, the one thing she does in the episode is she like powers up the ship, and they look at the like crew manifest, and they see that this guy is the commander, but there's 3 others who are not here.
And the ship is like fine. It's not busted up. It's in working condition.
Yeah. So the doctor walks over. She like pushes some buttons, and she's like, "Well, this is interesting. The ship is in perfect working order. He could have left at any time. Why didn't he? I think you already know the answer to that question, Doctor."
Paltraki puts on the neural balancer, and he calms down a bit, but he doesn't remember anything. And the doctor tells him, like, don't force it. It'll come back in time. That's it. That's it.
Time. How can time?
We then get a phone call on the ship's funny phone. It's Andinio, the older lady, alien. And she says that Paltraki has stolen something from their creator. I wonder what that is. We see the thing. It's like a big crystal with a pulsating.
Yeah, the thing that has been stolen. Yeah.
Yeah. And then their creator is on the funny phone, and it's somebody that we don't know who it is.
Wearing a weird mask.
Yeah,
doing some Darth Vader breathing.
He's got kind of he's got one of that who's the Dead Space guy? Isaac something?
Isaac Clarke.
Jason Isaacs or something.
The actor.
Yeah, the actor. That's who plays. And it's Tim Shaw, which we later learn is like the anglicization of Tim Shaw.
Yeah, his evil space alien spaceship crashed at Ellis Island, and he said, "My name is Tim Shaw." And they were like,
Tim Shaw.
How about Tim Shaw?
Because what we understand is that in an earlier episode, probably like the first episode of the season, since seemingly Graham and Ryan joined the Doctor's crew after he killed Graham's grandma.
I would assume so.
So did Tim Shaw
Ryan's grandma.
Tim Shaw show up? But he's like, he's like Steppenwolf. He's just like, embrace oblivion. And they're like, are you Tim Shaw? Are you fucking Tim Shaw? It's like, no, I'm Tim Shaw.
Or maybe it's a funnier version of it where he introduces himself to the grandma Grace, and he's like, my name is Tim Shaw. And she's like, that's nice, dearie. And then Graham comes home and he's like, she's like, oh, my new friend Tim Shaw is here. And he's like, oh, let me see this Tim Shaw. And then he like turns the corner and he's like, argh.
I just really am having problem with this evil alien having such a funny normal name. Like, how did I guess I really hope that we get this episode. The thing that gets me is
that they keep calling him Tim Shaw, and that's not his name. It's just a coincidence that his name kind of sounds like that.
Well, I'm assuming that they call him Tim Shaw because that's what they call him, because that's what his name kind of sounds like. I don't think that it's a coincidence, Sam. I think that he probably said it's probably the Ellis Island situation.
No. When I say coincidence, I mean it's a coincidence that his alien name sounds like a people name.
Oh, I see. It doesn't though. Tim Shaw? I mean, it's like Kal-El. Doesn't sound like, unless you make it like Kyle.
Are you telling me that Tim Shaw does not sound like Tim Shaw? Because I have
I think
audio proof that you're wrong, and it's Tim Shaw.
I guess I would say that if you said someone's alien name was Tim Shaw, you could extrapolate Tim Shaw out of it. But it wouldn't be like if I said, oh, so there's this alien named Tim Shaw, you'd be like, did you just say Tim Shaw? No, I said Tim Shaw.
That's the thing is I don't know why they are calling him that at
why
all.
Did they call him that? His name
that's the thing, because I think this is going to be a new thing that we're going to have to just wait and see if we ever roll it.
Because it's not.
I was assuming that the idea was that he was a person named Tim Shaw.
That's what I thought too, but he's an alien.
Who fell in some radioactive waste or something.
No, he's from the planet Denza.
But no, he's an alien from a different race.
Is it a Doctor being goofy and zany situation where he's like, I am Tim Shaw, and then she's like, Tim Shaw? Kind of sounds like Tim Shaw, don't you think? And then Graham is like, haha, nice one, he killed my wife.
I guess we'll find out, but I think we've discussed this for long enough at this point. So he's wearing a weird metal mask. We don't see his face, but they recognize him, and he says, Paltraki, return what you took, or I will dismantle your crew and beam the pieces back to your ship one by one. This is really disappointing because he demonstrate by killing a female crew member of Paltraki's, who we learn is named Umsong, which doesn't matter because she's fucking dead.
Why did he make
many parts?
Yeah, why did he make a cool threat and then not follow through with it? I would have
really liked to see. You have the pieces, literally.
I would have liked to have seen him get sorbet and gelatoed. Very bad.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fucked up, but I'm surprised that Paltraki doesn't receive.
Why would he make the empty threat?
Toe.
Like, was it a situation where they couldn't show that because the show's for babies, or because in that case, why isn't he just like, I will end her life, Paltraki.
I will beam over the and then Dinio's over in the corner like, no, don't stop. The machine is broken. It's been broken for months.
This is when
I have changed my mind.
Unfortunately, the Seventh Doctor smashed up my transmat.
It was destroyed at a hoppin' Dalek party.
Please give us $1.
Patreon.com/Potting Bros if you want to understand that reference.
I can't help that I want to reference the funny old episodes we watched. I'm sorry. So the doctor's like, Peltraki, my boy, my best friend who I've known for 5 minutes, what the fuck did you steal from Tim Shaw? And this is when he pulls out, if you've ever played the video game Control, it looks like that one enemy that's just like a broken texture that's just like vibrating aggressively inside of a crystal. And nope. No? It doesn't look like that?
No, I don't get the reference.
Oh, okay. And then she scans it with the Sonic, and I want to say I thought that what it looked like was like a big crystal, almost like a piece of amber with a bug inside, but the bug is alive and buzzing. I couldn't tell what was inside it, and obviously we're not supposed to know. It looks cool.
I thought it looked like a bug that was like buzzing really hard inside of a big rock.
It's like a vibrating mass, like a dark-colored vibrating shape inside of a cool big crystal, maybe, I don't know, 10 to 11 inches across.
And she scans it, and she's like, well, these readings are very strange because it's incredibly dense, incredibly massive, but I'm holding it in my hands right now. So what the hell is going on with that?
There's something we've gotten the sense of in this show, where you can like break space-time by doing shit like this. Because in the last episode we watched in Flesh and Stone, the doctor's like, these are two places of space and time that are touching that should never be touching. And in this episode, it's like, these objects being here is fucking up the whole universe, and it's causing a lot of like problems. And I like that. I think it's cool that, I mean, it's in a way, it's like the doctor is a doctor who fixes space-time, which is kind of neat. I like it.
There's also a thing here, because they don't know that this guy is in fact Tim Shaw. All they know is Tim Shaw is a member of the Stenza race, and these things have Stenza technology.
Right.
So the guy on the screen might have been Tim Shaw, or it might have been another.
I thought they immediately clocked him as Tim Shaw.
No, well, they were like that can't. Oh, we should mention, they're like, that can't be Tim Shaw. It must be another one of them, because
we killed
Tim
him.
Shaw should be dead. And the doctor's like, well, we didn't kill him. We just sent him back where he came from.
They really pulled like an Alduin World Eater on this guy and read an Elder Scroll in front of him and sent him back in time.
Seriously.
They're gonna go to where Tim Shaw is to stop this, save Peltraki's crew.
They find his quest log, basically.
They do find the quest log that's like, I believe there's an ambiguity about whether or not they are stealing the crystal or bringing the crystal back. That was the thing that is slightly ambiguous initially.
Yeah, they're not really sure themselves.
Right.
But what they have is they have his quest log. It's like it's got a little mini map, and there's a little thing that's like, this is where you're supposed to be going. And it also has the like life support readings of the rest of his crew, and they're in more or less the same place. So they're like, okay, we're gonna go there. We'll save your crew. We'll figure out what this crystal thing is, if it should be returned or not. We'll figure it out. And we see that Graham is being pretty quiet.
He's being weird.
We will learn almost immediately. Although again, we're not supposed to be learning this right now. We're supposed to already know it, but he's got a bit of a history with Mr. Tim Shaw. I'm looking at my notes and seeing I completely did not understand what was going on at this point, because I did write, I'm guessing he's got some history with Tim Shaw from before he became a bug mask weirdo.
No, he was
This
always...
was when I still thought that Tim Shaw was a man who
guy.
fell in radioactive waste or something.
He fell in radioactive helmet. This is a really cool helmet. Oh god, it's stuck on my face.
He fell in radioactive being a different race.
Yeah, he fell in radioactive. He was born that way. I have to talk about a new piece of doctor technology that the doctor passes out, which is throat mics.
Oh yeah.
Are they like microphones you shove down your gullet? Or do
they like stick them to the outside of their neck, similar to the neural balancers.
Why would they? Oh, that's right, because they have two sticky things on the side of their head in this episode.
It's a very sticky episode.
It's a very on a very sticky episode of Doctor Who. Tim Shaw returns. So they go outside and they find all these crashed ships. This is the battlefield, quote unquote. And way in the distance, there's like a big floating rocky thing. And that's apparently, according to Mr. Gene Paltraki, where Tim Shaw is located. But how do they get inside?
We also, Ryan says that he, like, is starting to feel sick. Graham points out this buzzing sound in the air. This is this, like, psycho waves, whatever they called it. It has very little bearing on the episode. It's mainly an excuse for them to have the neural balancers in the first place, but that's fine.
The neural balancers are such a strange... I sometimes it's fun to, like, try to reverse engineer why a certain thing is happening in this episode. And the only thing that I can figure out that the neural balancers are there for is, A, to give Paltraki a reason to have lost his memories. Like, or a reason for him to gradually get his memories back for exposition. And also... something they have to take them off at the end, but it has no bearing on the plot. I think the neural balancers...
The real issue is that they needed to take them off to give them to someone else.
But they could just... It could be like, I have invented these chill pills that make you chill. Like,
I guess it could have been, we need to disrupt the thing. Kick him in the nuts.
Point your sonic screwdriver at his head. That usually works.
I guess it's a non-violent way of...
This is
kicking Delph in the nuts later.
At this point, Graham pulls the Doctor aside and he says, just so you know, I'm going to
fucking kill Tim Shaw.
I'm going to kill Tim Shaw, and the Doctor's
I'm going to kill him dead. I'm going to dance on his corpse. Did you see this post recently, by the way, that was like, it was like, oh god, I feel so old, and it was a post on like r/Halo that was like, why do people twerk on me when I die?
I did see. That was a while ago yeah. It was when Halo Infinite came out that post was going around.
Oh, I just saw it like last week.
Yeah. They're like, why are people twerking on top of my dead body?
Well, you must feel even older now that I'm bringing up that post, am I right?
I guess. I think it just took you a while to get to. And then you know how the Doctor is. She's very...
I'm still catching up on r/Halo.
You sort by new, and then you go to the last page, and you're just like, here I go.
Halo 2 just came out where I'm at. It's going great.
What is like the first post on r/Halo?
Test.
And then the second one's like, y'all see that warthog jump video? Holy shit. Okay.
Can't wait for Halo to come out.
So
how old is this website?
Harry Potter video game any day now, they'll say. This is so the Doctor has a very strange relationship with violence. And I think that, not to jump ahead, but Tim Shaw's ultimate fate being like a good and fair compromise for her, among other things that I do remember her doing and them doing, that's what I meant to say, during the rest of the show. The Doctor says murder is bad, but...
So true.
But if you do something that is effectively murder, but you don't kill them, it's okay. Just keep that...
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like you know, what Cars' fate from JoJo Part 2 is okay, but killing someone is bad.
That's right.
That's kind of the Doctor's MO. But she says, murder is bad, don't do it, Graham. If you kill Tim Shaw, you'll be just as bad as this seemingly like serial killer alien who killed so many people and was such a threat that we had to send him to here. If you kill one guy, I don't know.
If you get revenge, you will be exactly equally as bad as him.
If you kill Hitler, you are just as bad as Hitler, is what she says.
Well, that's her opinion.
We have to respect the Doctor.
He says, look, Doctor, I'm grateful for everything. I'm grateful for all the adventures this past series. But, oh yeah, this is what I was saying about, like, they weren't sure if it was him. Because they were like, or Graham's like, if that creature is the same one from Sheffield, I will kill it for what it did to Grace.
And she says that if he does that, he's fired and has to go home and be alone.
She does imply that if he does that, she will just leave him for dead on this planet.
I thought she said that he had to, like, leave. Like, she wouldn't be his companion anymore and she would just take him home. I don't think that she would leave him for dead.
Oh, maybe. What I wrote down is that she said, I won't let you back on the TARDIS if you do that. But maybe you're right. I don't know. But yeah, so they are both very, very set on their beliefs, which this was my first moment in this episode where I was like, I'm really liking this episode.
It took me a little bit longer to really get into it, but I think once they get into the house, I started thinking it was cool.
It's just like the setting is like really gloomy and gray and foggy. It had like a really nice mood to it.
Okay, I do have to. This is a little complaint to it, to me, and I thought it was a little bit silly. So this is the part where this is kind of the gearing up moment of the show, where the Doctor pulls out 100 grenades and distributes them amongst her companions. And I don't know why this was something that I kept gravitating towards of me just like disliking, that everyone has these like everyday carry, like I pretending to be a cool epic tactical military boy backpacks. They're like these like khaki,
these days everybody has a tactical backpack.
Yeah, like everyone has a tactical backpack, and they all have. And she's like, "All right, here's your 3 grenades, your survival knife, your
some peanut butter crackers,
your flashlight, and a multi-tool, and of course
here's a flashlight. Wish we had these back on the ship with the angels, huh?" She
looks at it and she says, "Oh, this takes me back." And of course, your 9mm pistol. Okay, I think you're ready.
Oh, did you have a fond memory with a flashlight? No, a really bad memory without a flashlight.
So she gives everybody grenades, which I thought was amusing. But then Ryan's like, "Grenades? But I thought you hate grenades." And she's like, "We're gonna use these grenades defensively to blow up walls," which is not what grenades do.
I really like that. He's like, "What happened to no weapons?" And she's like, "We're only gonna use these on walls and doors."
But grenades don't work. Whatever. You
don't know what the walls are made of. Shut up.
They're made of skin.
We're gonna go attack the witch in her graham cracker ship.
Did we mention it was made of graham crackers?
Oh, I forgot to mention that they're skipping through the woods to find Sim Shaw's graham cracker ship.
This I will say.
There actually was all jokes aside, there was a graham cracker in this episode.
There sure was. Good one. Don't be racist
because
on
he's
our podcast.
White.
He's very white.
Because he's a white man.
He's a very white man, grandpa. I do like this part where Ryan is like, why are we taking grenades? You say no killing, but when he like refers to some previous incident that he got scolded for.
When he was he was like sniping cyberbots or something.
And then she's like, "Listen, my rules are always changing. Don't ask me about my rules. I'm very inconsistent about how I feel about violence."
I will say though, I liked her when she was like, well, what she says is, "You were new. I had to lay out the rules."
Right.
So like, I had to be really strict so you didn't get.
That's
the
why
wrong
we
idea.
haven't seen like.
And she says also, "Don't quote that back to me."
I do love that the Doctor has a moral code that's very flexible, and also she does not. She is very inconsistent with her own rules.
Yeah, but I like that basically what she's getting at is like, I know what I'm doing. You don't really, so I'm going to be a lot stricter with you than I am with myself because I know where it's safer to bend the rules, you know?
I know when to kill people, she says.
Right.
I'm confident in my judgment about whether I should take a life.
Yeah, I was really liking her this week.
No, she was fantastic this week. And once again, I feel it's very freeing to me to know that you know, I don't doubt that Jodie is a good doctor because she's a great actress, and I've seen her on Broadchurch, and she was really good in Broadchurch. And I think that sometimes the good doctors can be held back by bad writing, and it's good that she has good writing this week. I know, right?
I've never seen that happen.
Never in my life have I seen it happen. This is a good week for Jodie.
Yeah, I liked her. She came across as like very compassionate but chaotic.
And I like that her quirk is there, but it's subdued compared to Matt Smith.
She has one big quirk moment, which happens right here where she's like, they're like walking through some ankle deep water to get like underneath the big floating structure that's made of graham crackers. And she's like, "Oh, I should have brought wellies. Something, wellies, blah, 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 blah. Come to think of it, didn't I half invent wellies?" And
that
as
was
always,
too zany for me.
As always, I'm hoping that means there's going to be an episode where the Doctor invents wellies.
Yeah. I'm sure we're gonna get it when we see like the third Doctor playing his little recorder and inventing wellies on the show. So
I do want to say for the record, their inventory that the Doctor gives them. They got the sticky neck mics, they got grenades, they got one bomb each, and then like door hacker devices.
And also the Doctor takes 2 grenades, sticks it onto the big crystal, and she blasts it with her sonic screwdriver, which somehow sticks the grenade on, don't ask. And this is like her...
Look, we are so far past that at this point.
This is her, like, insurance policy.
Right, she's like, I'm gonna ask what this crystal is and why it's so important, and if they don't feel like answering me, there's bombs on it.
It's very funny when you learn what the crystal is, that this contingency plan is very bad.
Yeah, no kidding. I really liked her line here, though, where she's like, I found it's very important to take precautions when you don't know what you're doing.
That is a very Doctor thing to say, and I do like it. I do like that the Doctor, when they're not being incredibly annoying about them not having any clue what's going on, that everything the Doctor does is just made up as they go along. Mm-hmm. And I like that a lot. As long as Matt Smith's not going, shut up! As he does it.
So, yeah, Ryan and Graham talk. Ryan is like, I know that you want revenge for my grandma.
My grandma? Wouldn't that be Graham's mom? Would be Graham's ma?
No, and Graham is like... he's like trying to change the subject. Oh, you seen any good TV lately?
Yeah, there's a show called Doctor Who. It's awesome. It's on BBC.
Ryan's like, this isn't what my grandma would have wanted. But Graham is like, you know, your grandma was a really kind woman, but she also was a really tough woman, and she would have wanted me to get revenge on Tim Shaw.
I remember the commercial. I remember the commercial. I didn't watch any of the 13th Doctor season, but I remember seeing the trailer for the first episode where Graham's wife, Ryan's mom, says, "Remember
Ryan's grandma."
Yeah, I don't know. Did I say Ryan's wife?
You said Ryan's mom.
Ryan's mom. Ryan's grandma. Graham's wife is like, remember, if a stanza named Tim Shaw kills me, don't get revenge.
And then Ryan later is getting in an argument with Graham. He's like, she said if his name was Tim Shaw. His name is Tim Shaw. And Graham's like, she didn't know what she was saying.
She was senile as fuck, and you know it. They all get, like, beamed up Star Trek style onto the ship. Or onto the shrine... temple?
They will call it a shrine later, but for now it's just the Graham Cracker House.
It looks like a spaceship on the inside. It's bigger on the inside, they say. Let's see. Oh yeah, is this not when Ryan and Graham have their conversation about killing Tim Shaw? On the ship. What?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. You're right. They were already on the ship.
Then some sniper bots. What is this? I thought they were
Cyberbots.
Cyberbots, yeah, they show up.
Not Cybermen.
Not Cybermen. No, because these look like the robots from Titanfall hit video game.
There's a big difference between cyberbots and Cybermen, which is that Cyberbots are fucking stupid.
Cyberbots are stupid. I really was.
I'm not talking about what they look like. They are, first of all, they're robots wearing robes, which I love. Thank you. Thank you, TV show.
Robe bots.
They're robe bots. But yeah, they see the Cyberbots and they go, oh my god, he's built an army of them. I assume that they were with him in the sniping in the first episode. But they get surrounded and Graham is like, get down, and they duck, and the Cyberbots all in a circle just shoot each other, and they all die.
Okay. So I have, in my spare time, I appreciate Dr. Han because I feel like we are freaks. We're weird.
What?
We watch Kyle XY and Secret Life of the American Teenager for fun.
What?
But this show has allowed me to engage in more normal media. So I've been watching a lot of Star Wars bullshit lately, and I started watching the Clone Wars show, which is really good, and I really am enjoying it. But the fucking sniper cyber robe bots reminded me so much of the idiot battle droids from they're like, ow.
The ones with the long beige heads.
Yeah, and they're
the ones who unfold.
The ones who unfold, and they're all very goofy comedy robots.
We are the ones who unfold.
We unfold. Just every robot in this show has Dalek voice. You bastard! You shot me! Anyways, yeah, they all kill each other at the same. It's like the dumbest. Like, would this work in real life? Could I try this if I was surrounded by people with guns?
Well, the trick is that you need to be in the perfect center of a perfect circle of people
and they have
with
to
guns.
count. They have to count 3, 2, 1. Fire.
And they each need to be standing directly across from another one of them.
They literally, every single one of them dies from this. It's kind of incredible.
It's a whole new type of 360 no-scope.
Yeah, this is something you would have to organize in Call of Duty to get to happen.
Something you'd have to organize. Oh, baby, an octuple.
The whole team just like, team kill, team kill, team kill, team kill. So at this point, Ryan and Graham are alive somehow. And they find the stasis chambers with Paltraki's crew, but contrary to the 3 that they thought they were rescuing, 2 now, because one of them died disappointingly.
The Doctor meets Andinio. Andinio points a gun at her and says, "Where's the object?" And the Doctor says, "I don't talk to guns." And Andinio says, "No, I have a." But the Doctor is like, "Well, if you're not going to lower your gun, then check out all these bombs that I have on the thing that you want."
Please tell me. And then then Andinio gives some answers. She is an Ux, and I like that when she reveals that she's a member of the race of the Ux, the Doctor gets really excited because she's never met one before, and they're very rare because there's only...
When you learn what the Ux are, it makes perfect sense that she would never have met one, because there is literally 2 of them.
Two of them. She wants to meet with Timsha, which is...
I'm sorry, I don't want to move past the Doctor reacting to Andinio being an Ux, because she literally congratulates her.
It's so funny! She's so into it. She's like, good job being born an Ux. I love it. And then she's like, shouldn't there be another one of you? Where's the other one? And she's like, don't worry about it.
I would love to learn more about the Ux. I assume they will never come up again, but the idea that there's a species where there is just always 2 of them, like, do they regenerate? Because we know that they live for millennia. These are the same ones from the Cold Open. They've been around for thousands of years, literally. But do they regenerate like the Doctor? Because they say something where they're like, "Oh my God, we are the blessed generation who have met the Creator."
I like to. Here's my idea. If I was writing expanded Ux lore, which I'm not.
Which you are.
Which I guess I literally am doing that in my fan fiction that I'm writing right now, live on the podcast. Uh-huh. They have like thought, emotion, creation magics. So maybe when they get old, the last thing they do is use the last reserves of their power to create a new Ux, killing themselves in the process. And that's why there's always 2. Because I don't want to think about, like, Andinio and Delph, like, making sweet, sweet Ux love.
No, I didn't think that was it for even a second.
No, that's what...
I can't wait for the
lore.
I can't wait for the episode about them titled "You Look Like a Million Ux."
Okay, so
great.
Andinio takes the Doctor to Timsha, who is there. He's got his Dead Space helmet on. He takes
We should mention, by the way, she asks about the battlefield with all the destroyed ships outside, and what Andinio says is that numerous times invaders have come for the Creator, and every time they drive them off. And this is where the Doctor says, "Oh, the Ux, you are faith-driven engineers." Like, they create physical constructs with their, like, religious powers.
I'm always doing this as well.
And this is why the building they're in, which she calls the shrine, she says it feels alive.
And this is like what I guess the implication is. This is kind of what we saw Delph doing at the start of the episode, was like putting these rocks together in the air. Yes. It's a cool concept. I like it. I like the sci-fi of it. I will say, and I know that it's like, okay, they've been waiting thousands of millennia for their Creator to show up, and then when they try to summon him, Timsha just randomly so happens to appear, and then they just are like, well, I guess we will now exercise your will forever.
It's incredibly unlikely, but here we are.
Here we are, you know?
So, basically what happens is that, Andinio is like, I'm gonna shoot you to death if you don't give me that object in 3 seconds, but the doctor's like, I've got another proposition for you instead of you killing me. Show my face to your creator, quote unquote,
and he'll know
see
me.
what he has to say. And there's this creepy, like, red eye on Andinio's amulet. And
that was really cool. And it's like, yeah.
It sees the doctor, and we hear the same voice from before go, bring her to me.
And Andinio is like, wait, that seems impossible. How would our creator know who you are? And then the doctor's like, yeah, I wonder how. Haha.
And then the next scene is where I had to call our lawyer because Paltraki is walking around with Yaz and says, my name is Greston Paltraki from Stebble.
He did say he was from Stebble. That was a bit...
I like where
far.
He's like, yeah, I'm from Stebble. And Yaz is like, pfft, and he's like, okay, where are you from? And she says, Earth. And he's like, pfft,
Earth.
Earth.
It's like when Lemmy is talking about how people from America say train.
Train. I don't like the way we say train, to be honest. It sucks.
Yeah,
I'm with Lemmy on this one.
Yeah, we should say train. Train.
Sounds like CHRANE. Ugh. Train. Sucks.
Yeah. What a bad word for such a beautiful, beautiful machine. Beautiful sexual machine.
So,
he went a little Donald. We got a little Anselmo going on, and we got Anselmoed.
So he starts to remember. He's like, "Oh, I know who I am. I know why I'm here. I am from the last fleet that the Congress of 9 Planets sent here in response to the atrocities." And then a bunch more cyberbots walk in and he says, and I remembered something else. I'm a fucking badass.
We see Paltraki beating ass this episode. Every time he shows up, he pulls out his gun and he just goes absolutely apeshit John Wick style on their heads and bodies. And
he goes, and we hear, and he goes, oh baby, a triple.
You fucking suck. It's like Crashmore.
So the doctor's like walking with Andinio.
And then he stands over them and he starts twerking or whatever that thing people do in Halo is.
Yeah, it's like twerking or something. And the doctor asks Andinio, like, oh, why do you call this Sim Shaw your creator? And she's like, well, we met him.
When we were actively trying to summon our creator, and then he appeared. What the fuck do you think this means?
Oh, is that what you think they were doing?
Yeah, I think so. That's why he's like 17 years was enough. We've been walking this planet for so long. It's time. They start praying and doing the thing, and then he shows up, and then that's their creator god. They even
okay. I didn't quite put that together, but that makes sense.
Yeah. We get the meeting between Simsha and the doctor.
The doctor does, by the way, point out to Andinio. She's like, something's not right here because there's 2 Ucks, one of whom I don't even know where they are, and one like critically injured Stenza. But then there's like a ship graveyard outside, and also everything you're saying sounds really, really confident. Except you have, like, the saddest, scaredest eyes.
You have been crying this whole time we've been speaking to each other.
So yeah, she's like, something's not right here. Andinio's like, I just don't understand how you can know the creator. And the doctor's like, yeah, good fucking question. Maybe turn that one around in your head for a bit. See where it gets you.
I'm gonna make you atheist, motherfucker. No, please!
So Paltraki and Yaz arrive at their objective. It's a room with a very, like, noticeably, like, shadowed out area that they can't see what's in it. But what they can see is there's 4 more of these crystals with these vibrating whatevers going bzzz inside of them. And Paltraki says that he remembers that when he was having brain problem, before he was having brain problem real bad, that he and his crew fought their way here, but then everything kind of gets hazy from there, and he doesn't remember what happened after that. And we will never find out, but it doesn't matter anyway. And next we go to Ryan and Graham looking at those pods that you mentioned. They get jump scared by a person in one of them.
They find that there's way more people than just Paltraki's crew in these pods.
I got so excited here and thought that I was becoming a genius in my brain when I was like, because there are 5 pods that we see when they're in the room, and there's 5 crystals that Yaz and Paltraki found. And the pods kind of have these like rocky crystal shapes to them. And I was like, oh shit. Are the things inside? And then they walk into another room and there's like 30 more of these pods. And I was like, oh, never mind.
There's so many pods. When is it? It's revealed at some point that the pods they reveal it about the pods first, and then you can put it together in your brain because you are intelligent like Sherlock Holmes. That Stenza, you good?
Yeah, you said I'm intelligent like Sherlock Holmes, and
you got so excited.
Kind of shit my pants.
Oh shit! You really know that the Stenza keep people in stasis as trophies, and you go, oh, I wonder what it means.
What am I supposed to wonder?
What if the people in the tanks are like Tim Shaw's trophies? Then what are those similar crystal objects that are very dense and difficult to perceive? What are those? He said, I wonder.
Oh, Jordan,
Yeah.
I got bad for you. I got bad news for you. First of all, I can't speak English. But second of all, I'm not as smart as Sherlock Holmes. I'm really, really stupid.
Oh, you fucking idiot.
I mean, oh.
Yeah. Are you serious? You're not kidding
Well,
with
I
me
mean,
right now?
I found out when they explained what the things were in the crystals.
They're like,
but I thought that the
people
point was that they were like some kind of power source.
No. Oh my god. Sam.
Oops.
This show's for children. You know that, right?
Yeah, and I'm an adult. I'm not the target audience. I'm too smart for
yeah,
it.
if you had the imagination of a child, you'd be like, oh, I see.
If I was just less smart, I think I would have gotten it.
Why don't we hit you in the head with a frying pan a couple times, and then you'll really... Then you'll wake up and you'll be like, I'm doing a thing!
Then I'd be dumb enough to give this episode mixed reviews on Metacritic.
Right, it's slow as fuck. Where are we at right now? Are we with Tim Shaw?
We're meeting Tim Shaw, and the doctor says, "Oh, you look like shit." Oh, she walks in.
I got a new coat.
You look terrible. I have a new coat.
The Weeping Angels stole mine in the last episode.
You're looking raggedy and not doing shit.
And he takes off his helmet, and he's got like hamburger helper face. He looks really, really bad, and I don't know if that's just what Stenzoids look like, or if that has something to do with.
I thought. Not only does he look great in terms of how fucked up he looks, I loved the visuals of this scene because we're getting like really extreme close-ups on his face so we can see all his weird little face bumps and his like way too sharp teeth. It's really he looks really creepy. This has always been like my problem with the aliens in TV and movies is like if I was like, for example, if I was like a Ferengi from Star Trek, first of all, it'd be so funny. But second of all, every time I look at myself, I'd be like, geez, I look like that? Like God made me that way? Oh man.
Oh, dang it. I wish I was like a Bajoran or something, because they look normal, except they got little nose things.
Why can't I be one of the 500 species from Star Trek that just look like people?
Oh man. Like, if I was born on the Klingon planet, I'd be like, hell yeah, this is awesome. This rules. If I
just look like a guy with a thing.
I mean, they don't look like guys with things, but they look great. But if I was from...
which race?
Klingons.
I thought they just look like guys, but they got like a little ridge on their head.
Got like forehead ridges, they got like teeth, and they got all cool. They're all cool.
Maybe I'm forgetting what the Klingons look like.
The Bajorans are really funny, because they just got nose ridges and earrings, and that's all they got.
Oh, yeah. The Klingons look a lot freakier than I remember.
Here's a very funny Star Trek fact, because this is kind of like a secret Star Trek podcast. In the original in the original series, the Klingons were just like, they were like Russian or something. I don't remember. They just looked like dudes. And it's like nodded towards something happened to them that they look like that now, but it's like a secret that Klingons don't like to talk about with outsiders.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at an original Klingon. Yeah, he just looks like a guy.
There's an episode where Worf, one of the Klingons who is in the Federation, they all go back in time and see original Klingons, and they're like, "What happened? Some experiment gone wrong?" And then he's like, "We do not share this information with outsiders." It's very funny. Star Trek's fucking great. Anyways.
You can't just ask us why we look like this.
That's
really, really rude.
Listen, they changed the design and it's better now, but we're not going to talk about it.
But yeah, to your point about, like, is this what he normally looks like? Also, he like, sends Andinio away.
Right.
Because he takes off the mask and he reveals his nasty, slimy face with the weird bumps. He mentions that he was hit with DNA bombs.
Is this something the Doctor is allowed to do?
I don't know that she did it, but it did happen, apparently. He mentions, by the way, because she said, like, oh, we sent him back where he came from. He says, "It has been 3,407 years since you sent me here."
So this is the Doctor's fault that all these people have died.
Well,
Her commitment to nonviolence
says something. Oh yeah, he's like, "You corrupted my teleporter before you sent me all the way here."
This is what I'm saying with this fucking... The Doctor needs to start killing more people, and I would really think it was epic and badass and so cool if she killed people, like, with a gun, maybe. Because think about how many people have died because she didn't just, like, blast him in the face with her cool gun.
Well, I will say, I don't know how many people have died.
There was that line where Tim Shaw says, 1,000 people have died, which is equivalent to how many lives it would be equal to if you murdered me, making Graham just as bad.
You would be just as bad. He says something about, like, I can't leave this planet. I think it's like the Ux are the only reason he's still alive. He said there's a part where he has to, like, put his mask back on because he can't breathe.
And then so basically Plum got found by the Ux who were summoning their creator god, and that was a very lucky thing for him and a very unlucky thing for everyone else.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's very upset about the fact that Sim Shah would take advantage of the cool Ux aliens, and at this point Sim Shah's like, you have made me a god, and that's kind of his thing.
My inhaler.
God's gotta breathe too, don't you know?
They gotta eat. He says that the Ux are giving him a chance at what every living creature wishes for. Revenge on the Doctor.
This was so funny. He pauses for such a long time, and I was like, oh, he's gonna say power, immortality. No, it's revenge, specifically on Doctor Who.
Specifically on Jodie Whittaker.
Do you want revenge on the Doctor?
Yeah, kinda.
Me too.
I guess if I'm being honest, yeah.
Yeah, he's right. Damn.
Okay, yeah, I never really thought about it, but yeah, I guess I kind of do want revenge.
I guess I kind of want to kill the Doctor a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Graham and Ryan have counted 30 total chambers. They each have one of the Doctor's hacking devices, and
they had each been given 15. Am I right?
I love this part where Graham is like sort of trying to work his way towards saying that he still intends to kill Tim Shaw, where he's like, you know, Ryan, that Tim Shaw is a real sicko, right? And Ryan's like, and he's like, he might have set the chambers to kill the people inside if they're tampered with. I should probably just go kill him beforehand, just in case.
Wouldn't it be so funny if we killed Tim Shaw? Wouldn't it be just, like, hilarious? Like, as a bit, if we shot him in the head? I told
Graham to kill Tim Shaw, and he did it. The absolute mad lad.
Do it for the Vine! Oh, no. What does that mean? Sorry, everybody.
I think Vine still was around when this episode came out.
Oh, do you think the Doctor ever said, do it for the Vine?
Yeah, probably.
And then she's like, Vine? That's so funny. I kind of half invented that one.
What is vine? How can you do it for the vine?
If the Doctor invented anything, it would be tick-tock. Like a clock. Like time.
So she, or Ryan rather, he's once again trying to talk Graham down from killing Tsim Sha. Graham is like, what do you care anyway? You always thought I wasn't good enough for your grandma.
Is this what he wants? Is this, am I gonna kill Tsim Sha to make my step-grandson love me? Is that how that works?
It's a classic trick.
It's a classic no-win situation with a twist.
But I thought this was a really nice little moment, because Ryan's like, that was a long time ago, Granddad.
That was sweet.
We're family, and I love you. And Graham's like, what?
Just
and Ryan's like, I'm not gonna fucking say it again. So
that was sweet. This is a pro-grandpa space.
So yeah, he's like, Grandma would have wanted you to be the better man. And Graham's like, okay.
All right. I promise I won't kill Tsim Sha. Wink.
He'll die of natural causes.
After I intervene.
When I'm done with him.
He'll die of the classic method of death, oxygen on the brain.
So the Doctor we go back to her talk to Tsim Sha, and she's like, who do you want revenge on, Tsim Sha? And he's like, are you fucking joking?
What everyone wants. The
Doctor, you're a living creature. You should know. And she's like, me. I also want revenge on myself.
The 7 words every girl wants to hear. I am going to kill the Doctor.
Going to kill the Doctor. Yep, okay.
If you listen closely, our listeners can hear me trying to count out the words in the thing, in what I was about to say. Play it back, you'll hear it. The 4 words, the 7 words.
So the Doctor is like, oh yeah, because she's like, this isn't my fault, and he's like, if it wasn't for you, I would still be with the rest of the Stenza, and I would be the leader. But thanks anyway, because you did turn me into a god.
So don't kill her. She helped you.
She says, you're not a god. Now tell me what this crystal is, or I'll blow it to hell.
This is when, I think, it's revealed, because the Stenza like to keep people in stasis as trophies, that using Stenza technology, as well as the godlike magic powers of the Ux, Tsim Sha has found a way to capture planets into crystal, kind of like Gru. Kind of like from the movie Despicable Me.
I haven't seen it. I don't know how I didn't catch what was going on here. Maybe I did, and I just forgot that this is what he was talking about. Because, yeah, he says, the Stenza keep people in stasis as trophies, but our real goal is civilizations. And yeah, this is where we learn that those crystals, the vibrating things inside of them, are planets that have been condensed to like a few inches across to fit into these crystals.
It's pretty fucking cool. And also,
it's a really cool idea. I think the reason I assumed that they were like a power source is because I was like, oh, well, the like ridiculous like energy of a planet like trying to explode out of this crystal would probably be something. But
and this is
like you said, they are just trophies of planets he has genocided.
And I think the implication, 2 things. Number 1, I think the implication is that they are in stasis. They could be put back, which is what Paltraki was trying to do, is like retrieve the planets and take them back to where they go.
No. The Doctor specifically says that they are planets that he has genocided. The issue is, these are planets he genocided. He put them in crystals to keep them as trophies. The reason they needed to return them is because if they burst out of their crystals, suddenly you will have a planet explode into reality in the space of another planet, and oh god, oh no, that will be a big problem.
Yeah, that's why, like, everything's so fucky, is because there's like 5 planets in one space where they should not
that's
be.
Why they ended up in China and Legend of the Sea Devils also. Remember when I mentioned that Yaz and Paltraki are in a room with
I kind of forgot that Yaz was in this one, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, she is moral support for the Doctor later, but she has the extra neural balancer.
I was literally just about to say she's here because she has a head that a neural balancer could fit on.
But I mentioned that there was a very conspicuous, like, shadowy spot in the room with the other crystals. Andinio walks in and turns the lights on, and Yaz and Paltraki hide. And what should be in that shadowy spot but old Delph, restrained to the wall.
He's not having a great time, is he?
No, and Andinio is like, we have to do this, the creator wills it. And he's like, please.
Poor Delph,
no,
I feel bad for this.
This isn't right.
I feel bad for this, 4,000-year-old boy, 3,017-year-old boy, where he's just, crying and shitting and farting, and he's just like, please, no, I hate this, I don't want to do this, I don't care,
yeah,
stop.
She sits down in front of him, and their eyes glow, and this is where, Tsimsha is like, the knowledge of the Stenza hive mind makes an unstoppable pair with the power of the Ux. And
yeah, that's a pretty bad combo.
Doesn't seem like it.
It's
a really good combo.
It's a real wombo combo of genocide.
I guess it depends what your goal is. If your goal is genocide, it's a great pair.
It's it's a little bit OP if we're being honest.
But she realizes this shrine is his unstoppable weapon, and she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go stop you. And somewhere in the middle of this, we go to... I was really confused at this part until 20 minutes later, because we get a shot of Graham shooting his laser gun at something and going, hopefully that'll slow things down. And I had no idea what he was doing here, but he's breaking the panel of the stasis area. So
there's a lot of in the upcoming climax of the episode, there are a lot of scenes of Paltraki going John Wick on these cyber boys a lot. There's a lot of that. There's putting grenades down to blow holes in the walls.
Paltraki is a fucking badass.
Paltraki is cool. I wish he was in it. I wish he was the new companion. He could show up. I guess that Dan is a more capable warrior than Paltraki, judging by how he dispatched 40 sea devils using the
Paltraki has a higher kill count, but Dan has a much higher much higher kills to attacks.
Paltraki has a higher kill count, but Dan can get pure platinum every single time reliably. No hits, good time, good combo. He's chaining these kills together. He's getting high scores. Whereas Paltraki, you can rely on to get the tactical nuke. Fairly often. He's efficient.
Absolutely. I like this exchange here, by the way, where the Doctor, who has now found the room with the crystals, with Yaz and Paltraki in it, she calls Tsimsha on the communicator, and she's like, you don't know what you're doing. Every action has consequences. And he's like, that's right, Doctor, and these are yours. And she says, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, did we mention that Paltraki's the thing that the Ux are doing now is they're gonna do the shrinky crystal machine?
Yes, this is where we learn what they're doing.
They're gonna suck Earth into a portal. We do see it start to happen, and I gotta ask what was going on down there in this instance. What?
I totally didn't realize that they were trying to suck up the planet.
You're the dumbest fucking person I've ever met in my life. What the fuck? How did you not realize that they were gonna... He says that he's gonna take Earth and put it in a...
I thought that he was going to destroy Earth. He zaps it with a big red laser.
He puts 5 planets in a crystal, and then the last one he destroys because he doesn't want the bit to get old? The fuck is wrong with you? Watch the show. Read the books.
Damn it, I enjoyed it the way I liked it. Now you're making it sound like it's an episode that deserves mixed reviews on Metacritic.
It's a cool plan.
I thought it was good, but if he was trying to suck up the planet, that's fucking stupid.
I have tested out my device 5 times and realized it gets old. This time I'm just gonna blow it up. It's fine.
In my defense, it didn't even occur to me for a moment that the 5 crystals with planets in them had literally anything to do with this.
Okay, and you're gonna tell me that because as he begins to pull Earth into the portal and the other 5 crystals start shaking and breaking apart because having too many planets in one place is just no bueno.
I thought it was unrelated.
You thought that just so happened when the Doctor says, no, you can't do this. If you bring too many planets into one place, it'll cause a disaster. And that just incidentally is happening as you also independently...
What I thought that they were power sources. I thought this was the first time that he's used the weapon to destroy a planet. And I thought that this was the planets being like strained and like overpowering the crystals.
I'm very happy that I'm in this one case. I'm not the stupid one on this podcast. This is a really nice change of pace that I'm the one who understands what's going on.
In my defense, I think that everything that I thought had an internal
they
logic to
say
it.
What's going on though. The Doctor it's a show for babies. Whatever.
And it's a show for babies with bad taste.
Oh, right. Yeah, 5.5 on AV Club. Okay. So they're gonna pull the Earth through to put it in a crystal, killing everyone inside. This is Tim Shaw's ultimate revenge because he hates the people of Earth because he was
he mad at the Doctor for some reason?
He was just trying to get along and integrate into Sheffield society as Tim Shaw, but they wouldn't accept him because he had a fucked up face. So he started killing people, and then the Doctor sent him here.
So this is where Yaz, and this is classic Doctor stuff, because Yaz is like, can we stop the Ux from doing what they're doing? Because the point being, what they've done is they've created a portal that the shrine is firing through to hit the Earth. So the Doctor is saying we could disconnect them, but it might kill them or even destroy Ranskoor of Kolos. Hey, I did it. And so then they kind of think about it, and the Doctor's like, I don't, again, classic Doctor stuff. She's like, I don't want a solution that doesn't work for everyone. I want to save everybody except Tim Shaw. But,
right.
So meanwhile, we get a quick shot of Ryan unlocking pods as cyberbots are like comically sawing through the door. And Tim Shaw sees this and that they're taking his trophies away, and he growls,
"My things,
my stuff!" Oh. And he disconnects all of his life support hoses, and he's like, "I'm gonna." Maybe that's why he ends up losing, is because he's really, really sick. I'll get you. Click.
Man, this fucking fever, dude. It's not great. Where's the Dayquil?
I shouldn't have had that NyQuil. It really knocked me on my ass.
I took too much ibuprofen. Oh, God, I wish I could fight the Doctor, but I'm just not feeling it today.
So the Doctor sends Paltraki to retrieve his crew and take them back to his ship. Yaz says, I'll stay with you as backup, so I finally have something to do, but she's wrong.
So bored.
We do get some shots of the Earth getting, it's like completely glowing red all over from the effect of the laser. I'd hate to be those suckers right now.
They're like, on today's episode of whatever classic British show, the Earth gone red. And the ghosts are still here.
The Cyberbots break into the room with Graham and Ryan. Most of the people are out of the pods, but not all of them. But Paltraki just walks up the hallway and just shoots all the Cyberbots dead.
He's so badass.
He's so badass, and they are so shit.
Yeah, they really. I mean, I don't know where these little guys came from, but they're not. Their build quality is. They came from the fucking Tesla factory. Am I right?
Hey.
Is this so? The Doctor and Yaz are. Is there anything else you wanted to say about that scene besides? Fuck you. The Doctor and Yaz are going to pull the Doctor doesn't want to intervene because if she intervenes, the Ux might die, and that would be very bad for her brand. She'd have to write an apology on Twitter. But they decide that what they can do is calm them down with the neurobalancers. And this is where you go, oh my god, the stakes are so high. If they take the balancers off, they're going to lose their memories. Nope. They just kind of go, ooh, oh, my head hurts. Oh. And then they put them on, and then the Ux are like, cool. And then they just give them back, and then they're fine.
Basically, I mean, there's a little there. It's not immediate, but yeah, they just put the neural balances on the Ux. The Ux stop doing the thing. The portal closes. Earth is saved, and then a minute later, they're just like, okay, we're gonna take those back because the Ux don't need them. This hasn't come up at any point, but the Ux are fine on this planet.
I just think that 3,000 years of blind devotion, pulling planet, doing genocide, killing so many people. I just don't think that the Doctor could talk Andinio out of it this easily, and if she could, then Andinio is like maybe even worse than Simshaw.
Well, this is the thing, though, is that's why they established previously that Andinio was already having doubts about this. Like, she doesn't like that she's hurting Delph. She is there on some level. She knows that this isn't really her creator, especially once she meets the Doctor and the creator seemingly knows her. I'm just saying that the probably the Doctor should have killed Andinio. Okay, yeah, for sure. Meanwhile, Graham sends the last of the people with Ryan. Paltraki has already left with his crew. But Graham is like, and this doesn't make any sense. Graham is like, I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but he's lying.
You just go back to the ship. I'll be right behind you. Whee!
Because I have to stay behind to time the detonator so that I blow up the door in time. If you just blow them up now, they'll blow up.
I need to stay behind so I can fill Tim Shaw full of holes like Swiss cheese, he says.
I mean, yeah, so Ryan's like, okay, you're not gonna kill Tim Shaw? No.
Because of the something Ux magic, too many planets in one place, things start getting real unstable. The planet crystals begin to break apart, which, as you've said before, 5 planets.
Hey, yeah, that has nothing to do with Earth getting beamed here. It happens afterwards. It's after they close the portal. It has nothing to do with it.
The Earth is being pulled in, and I think it is partially through the portal as this starts happening.
No, it fucking isn't.
I thought it was. I thought you see it partially go through the hole in space.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure the entire planet is just slowly being enveloped in red laser.
I do enjoy red laser. Anyway,
the evil forces of red laser.
The thing the Doctor says is going to happen starts happening. The crystals begin to break apart. If 5 planets come into existence at the same time in the same place, it would be bad.
I agree. I did just see in my notes that I wrote in all caps, "Go off, Grandpa."
I really like the part where the Doctor says the Doctor's prayer to summon the TARDIS.
We'll get that later. But the reason I wrote "Go off, Grandpa" is because the door opens and Graham has the detonator for the bomb that's on the door, and he goes, "Yippee-ki-yay, robots!"
He does. He's pretty badass.
Which does not work at all.
It was really cool.
Yippee-ki-yay, funny robots.
Is that when Simshaw shows up in the room with Graham?
Oh, there's a little bit more with the Doctor first, and right. I do need to mention it because there's a very weird line that I have no idea where it came from or what context there could possibly be for it. The Doctor, this is where the Doctor's like, oh my god, the crystal, I can't lift it anymore. Whatever effect the crystal stasis thing is having is being overridden.
It's very bad.
The planets are gonna break out, and then everything's gonna fucking blow the fuck up. Delph says we could teleport them back, but we don't have time. This is where the Doctor and Yaz start to go, oh, my head, I hope we get the things back in a second, which we will. But she has an idea, and she says, Tim Shaw may have a shrine, but I have a ghost monument.
That was one of the stupidest things that she said on the show, I think.
I don't. If there's any context for why she referred to the TARDIS as a ghost monument, I don't know what it was. I assume
it's because the TARDIS is like this. I thought it was something to do with like the monument. It's like the last extant piece of Time Lord technology. It's like a sort of preservation of everything that whole, galaxy-spanning race ever achieved. It is my guess.
Except we know that somewhere out there is another Time Lord with an evil
We don't know that the Master is still around. I mean, he
jumping around in a Roman pillar.
Once again, that was those episodes are from the pre-revival where Gallifrey and the Time Lords are still alive.
Oh, okay. I didn't actually know that.
I told you this before. After the revival, in the post-revival, all the Time Lords have been killed. So this is, I think, the way she says it is incredibly stupid. But it's dumb. I don't like it. But I think that's what.
But we did
meant.
like it though.
We really liked it, and I think that it was very cool.
Ryan, outside of the ship, realizes that Graham is taking way too long, and he's like, I'm going to go back because he's
probably trying to kill Tim Shaw.
Almost certainly fighting with a big alien, which he is. Tim Shaw confronts him.
And Tim Shaw basically is like, are you going to kill me, old man? Better make it count. Better kill me in one shot. And he's like...
Okay, but the actual exchange between them is, my wife died because of you. Good.
Yes.
That's nice.
That's good. And then,
did I look like I had fun?
Was my face fucked up when I killed your wife? Please tell the Canning boys so we can get to the bottom of this.
So the TARDIS appears in the room with the Doctor and friends. She takes the neural balancers back, and they're fine now, and the Ux are also fine.
They're like plugging cables into things. They're plugging cables into Delph, by which I mean he's holding on to two cables, and and he doesn't like it.
Which is basically the exact same thing that happens in Legend of the Sea Devils.
Oh yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?
So basically the plan here is...
Yeah, please explain this. Do your best.
Delph knows where the planets are from.
Right. So he's basically like the GPS in this operation.
Yes.
And
so they're like, we are going to run a power current through you to Andinio so that when you power up your powers, you will create a rift that is sort of geographically targeting all 5 of those locations in space.
So that they can all replanetize safely.
But the Doctor says there has to be some way to split the rift into all 5 spaces. And I don't think we get any explanation of how she does that, but she does.
She points her sonic screwdriver at the split all the 5 things into 5 places button on her TARDIS, and then it does.
The one thing she says that we have no context for here is she says, I have an idea for telepathic circuits inspired by Yaz's grandma's watch?
Well, I believe if you had seen the classic episode Legend of Yaz's Grandma's Watch, there was a part where she says, my dear Yaz, one day you will need to make telepathic circuits, and the secret lies within my watch. And that's...
Yaz's grandma was mentioned in Legend of the Sea Devils, though, so she this must be like a recurring...
This is a very grandma-centric season of television, I suppose. We got a lot of important grandmas and grandpas. This is one for the meemaws out there.
I like though that the Doctor here is like, this, we are so set. Like, we've got everything we could possibly want. We've got the power of the Ux, we have the TARDIS, we have me, Stenza. And we have Stenza technology.
This is gonna be great.
This is gonna be fucking
except bananas. Unless you're Delph or Andinio, and then it's gonna be unbelievably bad. Really painful. It's gonna really suck, and I'm very sorry about it, but we gotta do this.
But this next part is so fucking good because Tim Shaw goes up to Graham and he's like, "You're no warrior," and Graham puts down his gun and he's like, "You're right. I'm the better man." And then Ryan walks in and goes, "Don't diss me, granddad!" And when Tim Shaw turns to look at him, Graham turns his gun back on and shoots Tim Shaw in the foot.
I really like that Tim Shaw is like some kind of Stenza Superboy warlord, living god, but he's very sick, and if you shoot him in the foot, that's it. He's done. He's out. I mean,
well, that's the thing is,
it's believable.
All of that is true except that he's a living god. He's not a living god in any capacity except that literally one person thinks he is.
He's survived for 3,000 years and he has Ux magic. We don't really know. But if you shoot him in the foot, I mean, me and Tim Shaw have a lot in common in the sense that if you shoot either one of us in the foot, we're going to be making the Peter Griffin noise for at least 10 minutes.
I just imagine that he's like, yeah, we live to be about 1 million years old. I'm just really, really sick and broken all the time, and that's never going to change.
He's got chronic health problems. It's relatable.
But there's literally one person who thinks I'm a god, so I'm all set.
If one person
and then you shoot him in the foot, and he's like, fuck! Shit!
And then he'll let you, not to skip ahead, but he'll let you pick him up and carry him to a location to do a thing.
What's he gonna do?
He's got arms! He's got an extra foot!
Okay. Try playing Dead by Daylight and tell me how those arms work out for you when you're being carried.
He's got a big boy. He's got a suit of armor. He could do something. He's got an army of
Does he have armor?
I thought so. He's got cyber boys, cyber robots.
I think that's like his like medical gear.
They just killed us.
I think that's holding his organs.
They're just targeting a sick person. This is unfair.
Yeah, but he's a sick asshole.
This is like the lady from Wolfenstein, like the old lady in the suit. Like that's the only thing keeping her bones in.
I like, by the way, that Graham, after he shoots him, he turns to Ryan and he's like, okay, look, it was only in the foot. It's not really that big a deal. He's gonna be fine. Please don't tell the doctor.
Damn, Granddad, this is like when one of my Call of Duties, he says. Ryan says. Let's take care of this boy in a manner befitting of the doctor. We'll get back to it in a minute.
And then they fist bump.
They do actually fist bump, you're right.
Yeah, and then the doctor apologizes to Delph. She's like, this is really gonna suck, but sorry. And then Andinio's like, I pray to the true creator. Sorry about that, by the way. The doctor switches the power on.
There's a lot of gagu.
Zaps him real bad.
Ow.
Oh, there's like a little thing on top of the TARDIS, like a little antenna that like splits it into 5 things.
Has that always been there?
I don't know. And they blast each crystal gets a blast from the TARDIS thing. Andinio and Delph are like screaming in agony.
They don't like it.
The crystals get sucked through the rifts. The planets burst out of the crystals into
Everyone's
space.
Dead. So many.
I mean, yeah, those are dead planets already, but
it's really bad. They've killed a lot of people, but all's well that ends well.
Basically, if they hadn't done that, there would have been like a fucking black hole that would have just appeared. It wouldn't
have been great.
So yeah, the power turns off, the Ux collapse, but they're also fine.
They're fine. And that's now we're in kind of the downward slope of this episode as everything resolves. They all.
Yeah, this is where Graham and Ryan put Simshaw in a stasis pod.
Okay,
and like,
this is what I'm talking about.
We sentence you to life.
So killing him is not okay, but trapping him consciously in a stasis chamber for all of eternity. And by the way,
basically eternal solitary confinement.
They literally, there's a line later where they're like, Delph sealed nobody can get in there now, so he will be in there.
And, Graham is like, how about you keep the name Grace on your mind while you contemplate eternity?
And this is not to like give the game away, but this is not the first time that someone has befallen this similar fate on Doctor Who. And we consider this to be a superior moral.
It's a mercy.
It's a mercy compared to killing him. And he
gets to be alive in solitary confinement for eternity.
Eventually he stops thinking. It's really cool. Yeah. And the doctor would be
it's the most horrifying fate you could imagine.
And the doctor is like, cool, I've done this a couple times. Nice job. Fist bump. Like,
what did you do to Tim Shaw? Oh, we put him in the forever box. Oh, nice.
Nice. You didn't kill him. You didn't kill him, though, right? Cool. Yeah, I just shot him in the foot and I put him in the forever box. Oh,
awesome!
Cool.
That's actually what I was going to do.
I was going to do the same thing. I mean, he's got a coming. He did do a bunch of genocides. I mean, if anyone deserved it, it's him. But maybe that's what the doctor was saying. Don't kill him. That would be a kindness.
I have a box to put him in.
I was going to put him in the box forever. She has it on her ship. It's like the box from. It's the box that the wizard is in Game of Thrones. That's kind of her plan.
When they talk to the doctor afterwards, and Dinio and Delph, by the way, are totally fine, and they go and they talk to the doctor and they tell him what they did. They tell her what they did to him. And Ryan has this little moment where he's like, you know what I just realized? Not only did we put him in a stasis pod for the rest of his life, it's one that he made to put other people in. That's pretty delicious. And they all have a little laugh.
They love it. And it's great. And yeah, Delph seals it up forever. There's a nice
little moment here where Graham is like, yeah, in the end, Doctor, I was just too weak. I couldn't do it. And the Doctor's like, no, Graham, you're one of the strongest people I know.
And then she hands him
I've met a lot of people.
And then she hands him her backpack and says, now carry this back to the TARDIS, muscle boy.
She hands him a crystal with earth in it and says, carry this, bitch.
She just hands him a big barbell. Prove it.
Prove it. She gives him a hammer and they walk up to a big thing and she's like, here, it's a test your strength machine from outer space, though.
It's high gravity on this planet, so it'll be extra hard. Okay, so we're back. So the Ux have decided, Delph has decided for them that they should probably leave the planet. And, because they were like by themselves, not experiencing other people, they were stupid and fell for the most evil guy being their god. And it's very embarrassing. So they're gonna go like experience other civilizations.
I like this. I like that because Andinio, she's older. I don't know by what scale is she's. They're both like 5,000 years old, and she's like 5,025 or something.
I'm 5 years older than you, Delph, and I think I know better.
But yeah, so she's a lot more reluctant to do this, but Delph is like, there's a big world out there. We gotta see it. Peltraki says that he's going to complete his mission and take all of these people back home. And the Doctor... Oh yeah, Andinio does mention they permanently sealed the shrine on their way out. So even if he somehow got out of the stasis pod...
There's no way. He's just locked up forever, and that's that's a mercy compared to killing him.
Look, we don't know what he did before this, but anyway, the Doctor...
We know what he did after this, and it was pretty fucked up.
Well... The Doctor says, "Come on, fam," and Ryan rolls his eyes, which I did like.
That really pissed me off. I hated that.
Okay, but this is the thing. I don't. This is what I said about Matt Smith last episode. Is it bothers me that he's being quirky and annoying, and every other character is just jacking him off about it the whole time. Where they're like, he may be a madman and he may be an asshole, but he's exactly what we need.
I literally saw because so we're on Tumblr, tumblr.com/Dr. Ha. You can follow us there. And if you came from there, hello. But also, it means that I see like Doctor Who gift sets and stuff, because I just gotta put stuff on the feed every once in a while. And I did see that exact gift set, and I was like rolling my eyes, and it's like hashtag epic, hashtag love this shit so much. But here's my counterpoint to you, Sam. The Doctor says cringily, calls everyone fam, and isn't that something that like a 900-year-old person would do?
That's why I like it.
I'm on fleek today.
That's why I like it.
Yeah, like if this was...
Because she's like super old, but she's like trying to stay up to date with the hip slang. Yeah. And Ryan's like, come on, Doctor, stop trying. It's just embarrassing.
Like if it would be more understandable if we knew her true form, the form that we know to be true, which is old man.
Our dad.
Old white man with white hair. Which is the mode, the average, if you take the mode of Doctor forms, old white-haired man is the mode of the Doctor's form, so...
That's right.
Please think of it that way. It makes a lot more sense when an old man is like, the Doctor is doing like whipping a nene on the Ellen DeGeneres show. And then
she's like listening to like SoundCloud rap, and she's like wagging her finger and just jamming out.
Ellen's like, and then you get in the TARDIS and you pull the lever and then you whip, and the Doctor's like, yes, this is so funny.
And Ryan's like, oh
my god,
please
Pokemon Go inside the TARDIS, she says.
But yeah, I like her last line to the
nice.
Ux.
Yeah,
she's like, it's a big universe out there. Keep your faith. Travel with hope, and the universe, it might just surprise you.
You might meet your creator god one day. It was a good episode.
It was a great episode.
What the fuck is wrong with you, AV Club?
I give it
B+. I'm very hard to please.
I give it an A-. I gotta leave room to go up, you know?
B++.
I give it an A-.
All right.
I thought it was really good.
It was a great episode, and everyone was great in it, and Jodie was fantastic. The writing was good.
Yaz was even in it.
Yaz was in it, too. I liked Graham.
Her name is in my notes.
I think she was in it. She says the cast.
I like that we got to the part where Yaz is in it, and she's like, no, Doctor, I'm staying with you. I don't think I wrote down a single thing that Yaz did in that part.
No, I don't think she did anything.
I suspect that might have been one of the things that people didn't like about the episode. But you know what? I saw Yaz kill a bunch of sea devils last time we saw her, so...
Yeah, but not as many as Dan the Man, so it just wasn't special.
I think she did kill more of them. I think Dan the Man just killed a lot of them
Pure
at once.
platinum. Pure platinum. No hit.
They're both really epic.
No hit, Soulsborne.
We get a very brief next time because there's not an episode, but there is a special. It's the New Year's special, and it's just the Doctor says, "This planet is under my protection." That's all.
She says, holding a planet in a little crystal that she strapped grenades to.
Oh no! Wait, I forgot this one. No.
All right. Well, that was.
Can I click the button?
Please click the button. Okay,
randomize.
wait.
Boom.
Please give me a Capaldi or an Ecclesode.
We have got. This is a special.
Okay.
From 2009.
Oh.
We got Tennant.
This is a Tennant. I was gonna say 2009.
This is Planet of the Dead.
Of the Dead. I think I remember an episode with this episode title. Let me just look. I vaguely remember this one.
There's a weird, like, stingray-looking thing in this picture.
I vaguely remember this. It is the first episode to be filmed in high definition. And it received an appreciation index of 88, whatever the fuck that means.
Is that good?
Is that good? Is this good? I remember an episode with the name, but I don't know what it's about.
Well, it looks like... Well, I mean, I was going to say it looks like we're going to have a not-so-great one next time, but that's what I thought was going to happen this time, so who knows?
I'm always down to watch a Tennant episode. Who's the... let's see who's our companion in this one. It is...
Daniel Kaluuya's in this. He's famous.
We don't have like a companion. Lady Christina D'Souza. I don't know who that is, but no,
I don't know who that is either.
We don't have like Rose this week. It's going to be someone different.
Well, Rose, if I'm not mistaken, is fucking dead at this point.
Something like that, yeah. This must be the next season. Cool. All right. That'll be fun. Still no Ecclesode. Still no Capaldisode.
Capald installments.
But something for us.
Whatever I said.
Something for us to be excited about is that I think tomorrow we will be talking about the second half of Remembrance of the
Daleks for Patreon.
Yes, I'm very excited. Let me tell you, I saw the third part of 4, and holy shit, you're gonna love this one. Oh my god, I love it so much.
That bad, huh? Oh,
yeah. Oh well, yeah. According to AV Club, 0 out of 10, worst episode ever.
They said, went back and
Sylvester McCoy is a terrible doctor. It's cringe that he rolls his arms. And Ace is
fighting woids.
Yeah, no, he's the best one. He's the best one. I feel so strongly about the fact that he's the best one. Let's wrap this one up, shall we?
Yes, I'm excited to watch that, but for now, we gotta wrap this up. Thank you to our supporters on patreon.com/poddingbros, where, hey, if you throw us $1 a month, you get access to all of our bonus content that we've ever done for all of our podcasts, but most importantly, you get to hear us talk about classic Doctor Who.
Boy, is it a good time.
2 days after this episode goes up on the main feed, we will have our second episode on Remembrance of the Daleks, where we're going to see how that all ends. Will Ace die? No,
I don't think Ace is going to.
We see an older version of her in Legend of the Sea Devils.
I don't think Ace is going to die, no.
It also gets you a mildly special Discord role marking you as lightly coated in slime. $5 gets you a pretty special Discord role marking you as entirely covered in slime, as well as a shout out in the podcast, and you can send us a message we'll read in any of our funny voices. $10 gets you an incredibly special Discord role marking you as a companion of the show made entirely of slime, and you can listen to the podcast live while we record it on Fridays right now. We got a message this week.
It's your turn to read.
I do the shout-outs first. I forgot. Yeah. Thank you to our $10 and $5 subscribers: Cassidy, Destryhawk, H. Cabe, Colin Paget Arnold, Dan Big Challenges Silva, JCH, Roy, Stephanie B, Stephanie Karen, and Tasty C Sponge. Thank you all so very much.
Everybody. We really appreciate it.
We have a message this week. This
Wonderful.
is a request from Dan for Dalek voice.
This is for you.
For me. For Dalek voice.
And you have, by the way, have unlocked, and we'll use it sparingly, because I'm assuming that you can make a macro for it, I suppose, but we'll use it sparingly, but you have unlocked the secret of the Dalek voice effect, so everybody get ready for that.
Yes, I won't do it every time we do a Dalek voice, but I'll do it when it matters, and you better believe that I'll do it when we are paid to do it.
You get the editing when you ask for us, when you pay us to read a thing.
I mean, it's mostly that it would get really annoying for me and for the listeners if I did it every time we do a silly Dalek voice. Don't email my wife! Don't email my wife! Don't email my wife!
Stop now! Don't email that Dalek's wife, please. He's gonna write it on your on your
Thank you,
garage
Dan.
door. Thanks, Dan.
Jordan, there's something that's been on my mind.
What's up?
It's a little mantra.
Wait,
a big
hold
mantra,
on,
a long mantra.
A couple other things. We have social medias.
Oh,
Tell us about our
fine.
social medias. You can follow us on Twitter at Podding Bros for the time that website's around.
Co-host at Dr. Huh?
You can find us on Tumblr at tumblr.com/Dr. Huh.
I'm on co-host at Positive Stress.
I'm on Twitter at BreadipusRex, and I'm on tumblr.com/at Punished Breakfast is my Tumblr name because I'm punished for being on Twitter still.
Mm-hmm.
And those are our socials. We're on noisepace.xyz. That's our podcast network. Thank you, Matt. A lot of great shows on there for you to listen to. I highly recommend Wow Cool Robot about Gundam. I like Gundam right now. I've been into it.
Sorry, you're cutting out so hard for me. I don't know where we are right now.
I'm talking about our noise space network.
Oh, check out Kamurocho Radio. That's yours.
That's mine. Check out Sounds About Light, which is about Kingman Hearts.
That's mine.
That's yours.
Check out Digimon Ghost Gaze.
What's that one about?
I think it's a Pokemon podcast or something. Check out the Digimon podcast, Elite Full Restore.
For sure. Those are just some of the many shows on the Noise Space Network.
There's a whole bunch. Ooh, a jingle. That's great. Jordan, there's something that's been on my mind.
Sam, we're all done with this episode, but I think we should conclude this week with a prayer. Can you lead our congregation in prayer?
May your
light shine like a...
May your life flow like a river. May your days smell sweet as a rose. May your nights be calm and still as a pond. May you be as lucky as an ace in a game of blackjack, Harkness. And may the Doctor light your path through time.
Thanks, Vampiro.
Good to be back.
I didn't know we were doing that anymore.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. See you later. Can we get a funny cow character as well?
I thought the funny cow character is extremely dead.
Incredibly dead. Sealed in a stasis chamber for all of eternity, if I remember correctly. Ooh. Anyways.
But there's one character who, no matter how many times you kill them, cannot be stopped.
Simshaw.
Yarr.
I'm the Doctor.
Bye.
Bye.